What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona beat Deportivo Alaves by 3-0. 3 points, clean sheet, got the dub. Lewandowski hat-trick, 3 points clear at the top of La Liga, heading into the Clásico after the international break. Perfect afternoon/evening for Barcelona. We end off, the October run with a win, an emphatic win, may I add, as well. And overall, the vibes are good in Catalonia. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen right now. It was only one change made as expected midweek from the Young Boys game, but the one change coming in from a surprising area. It was Iñaki Peña in goal, a back four of Hector Fort, Cubarsí, Inigo Martinez, and Alejandro Balde. Midfield three of Pedri, Casado, and Raphinha in the 10, with the front three being Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Ferran Torres. It was Hector Fort coming in for Kounde, being the one change from midweek. All 3 goals in this match scored, of course, for Barcelona was in the first half, and it was all scored by the same man, Mr. Pachichi, Robert Lewandowski. The first goal came in, free kick, Raphinha whips it in, header by Lewandowski. I think it took a little deflection off the Alaves defender, made it 1-0. Second goal, beautiful counterattack by Barcelona. Raphinha again with the assist, basically doing all the work. Beautiful crossing by him. Lewandowski's going to tap it home. Final goal to make it 3-0, and his hat-trick was brilliantly well worked by Casado in the midfield to Eric Garcia, because he put us a good through ball in to Lewandowski on the back turn, slices it across goal. Gets his hat-trick. First half, sensational from him, making it easy like 1, 2, and 3. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm going to be giving it an 8 out of 10. I think overall, over the course of the 90 minutes, Barcelona had an absolutely fantastic game. That first 40 minutes was just nothing short of pure and utter domination by Barcelona. I can only remember, 3 or 4 times where Alaves got the ball, let alone had any opportunity. Once we entered the 40th minute, just before halftime, Alaves were getting a few chances. They scored, chalked up for offside. We head into the break. Come out, first 15 minutes of the second half, we were very, very, very poor. After those substitutions that was made, the one where Kounde came in and also Hansi Flick, we calmed down more, we held possession, we controlled the play a bit more. Even though Alaves got a couple of counterattacks scored, they were offside, we still looked very comfortable in the end. Going forward as well, in the second half, we had so many chances. The Lewandowski chance, the Hansi Flick chance, Raphinha chance, Pedri chance, just couldn't convert in the end. So that's why the team rating is not as high as you may think. If we're judging it based on that first 40 minutes, I would give it a 9, almost damn near a 10. But from the 40th minute to the 60th minute was quite poor from Barcelona. That, kind of 25-minute spell there, but then we kind of, concluded the game, that final 25, quite comfortably. Again, the chemistry, the fluidity, the high line today was fucking astonishing. Held to pure perfection, and that just shows the consistency and the high level that these players are performing at. Yes, we kept the same change, but same team, but despite the rotation or 2 that we did make, the team was still very well structured. And again, you have to give credit where it's due, not only to the manager, but for the players for going on the pitch and executing so many, different, intricate plays taking place. We had quick substitutions happening. We made, of course, a few rotations, but the team just looked so together. The unity was so strong. And again, they toughened it out for this result. And I also love the fact that when there were, a bunch of slip-ups here and there, they were encouraging each other. They were defending each other on the pitch as well. As a Barcelona fan, you love seeing that. That first 40 minutes, I was there smoking a cigar thinking, this is champagne football. This is flick ball in full effect. I was absolutely loving it. And I went into the second half knowing that the 3 points were done, guaranteed. Didn't think we keep the clean sheet. I think that is a bit of a miracle, but I knew for a fact that 3 points were guaranteed, and that's the level of confidence this team has instilled in the fan base. So overall, great performance from the team, and for me, they will be getting an 8 out of 10 tonight. Let's now get into the players' individual player ratings. We're going to start off with the goalkeeper, Iñaki Peña, who for me today gets a below average 5 out of 10. I think by far today, without a shadow of a doubt, the worst Barcelona player. If he didn't get a clean sheet, I would have given him a 4, goddamn, maybe even a 3. You've got to put Szczesny in goals for Sevilla post-international break. I mean, Iñaki Peña just instills absolutely no one with confidence. The fans in the stadium, the fans around the world, the defensive line, the coach on the sidelines, the subs on the bench, no one has confidence in him. He made a good save around the 85th minute for the Kike Garcia chance. Again, it was straight at him, but again, I respected that he spread out, he charged him, did well. First half, distribution, long range was absolutely beyond shocking. I don't even think he completed a long range pass in this game. Secondly, he came out in, moments where he just cleared the ball away, where maybe he could have been a bit more controlling, kept a bit more composure to pass it. But you know what? When in doubt, boot it out. I'm not touting that. And then, further a goal. The first goal that Alaves scored that was offside. Holy shite. My guy, the header is right at you. How is it hitting your hand and going in? That is piss poor. Then, I think in the end of the first half, a corner came in. This man decided to palm the ball out. At least with Ter Stegen, when he does that stupid punch, it's a fist and it's a, with a, he'll give it a good punch, at least move the ball somewhere. It's still crap, but at least he does something. He went to palm it, went to slap it like a little girl, like, let me just hit this away, guys. Oh my god. Second half comes in. Don't even get me started. Could not catch the ball. Again, the goal is coming his way. Oh, guys, 1 second. Boo, let me just hit it. This man was crying over this number that he wanted to be the first choice goalkeeper. Get the F out of my face. 25 years old. He's had a fucking stinker. This man's had 2 opportunities as the first choice goalkeeper. He's failed both. He's kept 3 out of 4 clean sheets. I think mainly due to the opponents and the defensive line that were astonishing. But he's kept 2 out of 3 clean sheets. 3 out of 4 clean sheets, sorry. But his performances are piss poor. Get Szczesny in net for Sevilla. 5 out of 10 for me for Naki Peña. In the defensive front of him, firstly, at right back was Hector Fort. I'm going to give Hector Fort a 7 out of 10. You're probably thinking, Barca boy, you're letting Hector Fort here? No, whatsoever. I want to highlight one good point for Hector Fort. First of all, he played well, moved the ball forward, progressed the pass very well, had some good legal play with Lamine Yamal as well in that first 15 minutes where Barca were just cruising against Alaves. But the one point I do want to bring up that we'll have to give credit for Hector Fort is, and that is for his composure and his defensive awareness. We saw against Osasuna, Sergio Dominguez and Gerard Martin coming to the defensive line. They were howling. They could not hold the line whatsoever. They did not move with the unit, with the defense whatsoever. We conceded so many goals because they were such a mesh in the back line. Couldn't be reading each other. Hector Fort came in and acted like he played the whole entire season. He came in, held the line so well with Inigo and Kubarsi. He had the fluidity with Kubarsi as well. Knew when to pass it back to Naki Peña to progress the ball forward. That's what I rate about Hector Fort. He is that good that he comes in after barely playing this season, acting like he's played the whole season. That for me shows a top quality player, and that's what we saw in Hector Fort today. In my opinion, brilliant performance from him, and he gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Now, of course, the other fullback was Alejandro Balde. Same rating in my opinion. I will be giving him a 7 out of 10. Thought he played really well, especially going forward. Again, the crossing wasn't... I don't even think he actually attempted a cross in this game, but it was mainly due to his link-up play, defensive work rate, and progressing the ball forward. That's what he mainly did today. He didn't really have any attacking third threats, attacking third charges, or anything like that, but solid performance with him. Again, we see when Gerard Martin comes in, the huge decline in the fullback area. It's very, very worried. So when Balde, has a good game, I think that we should be giving it credit where it's due. Look, a bit disappointed when he got subbed off, but again, he played 80 minutes. He's now fully fresh post international breaks. He's not going to be called up, of course, for Spain. Again, I think he played really, really well. We'll be giving him a 7 out of 10. Now for the center back partnership, firstly on the right hand side, it was Pau Kubarsi, 7 out of 10 for him. Again, very solid. Didn't take any risk in this game. There were a few moments where he he just, like, similar to Naki Peña in that first half, he decided to clear, where I think if he was a bit more composed, could maybe control the ball, retain possession. But again, when in doubt, boot it out as a defender. I don't mind it. But again, Airly did really well today, as opposed to when he normally is more of a, ground duel tackler. Held the line very well with Inigo as well, very commanding in the back line. Had that huge head clash in the first half. The fact that he got up, played the whole 90 minutes just shows a testament to how good he is. But overall, solid display from Kubarsi. Now for a center back partner on the left hand side, Inigo Martinez. This boy might be top 10 center backs in the world right now in form. He is just unbelievable. 8 out of 10 for me. The reason why I give him a higher rating than Kubarsi, which, apart from everything I mentioned about Kubarsi, which Inigo did in this game, again, that raw defensive ability. He had some fantastic tackles in this game. And also you can tell as well, Inigo is very clearly the leader of the back line. You can see him during the game pushing the boys up, holding the line, yelling at players when they make mistakes, getting the team rallied up. I'm not giving him bonus points for that per se, but I just want to highlight that about his game. Airly was sensational. Tackling was phenomenal. His long-range patches to both the wingers, whether it was Raphinha, Lamine Yamal, Ansu Fati, was sublime. His passes to the midfield to Eric Garcia, Casado, and Pedri were fantastic as well. Apart from a goal and assist, you're looking at a 10 out of 10 performance from Inigo. If he played like this against young boys and then got the goal and assist, probably would have given him a perfect 10 out of 10. That's how good he was in this game. And people need to start preaching his name much more as being one of the top defenders in the world. in my opinion. Now let's get into the midfield. First, we start off with Pedri in that, double pivot, of course, played in the 10 for the majority of the game. I will give him a 7 out of 10. Looked really good, I would say, when he played deeper in this game. And now I think we're starting to see that Raphinha in the 10, Pablo Torre in the 10, Fermin, Dani Olmo are going to be better options than Pedri. I think Pedri in that, not deep in the midfield, but just in the middle of the, attacking midfielder, and the 6 are basically playing in the 8. We all know that's his best position, and we saw that in this game. That first, 15 minutes when he was playing there, he was fantastic, pulling the strings, creating chances. Second half, especially in that last, 10 minutes of the first half when he kind of, shifted and kind of molded fully into the 10. Just lost the ball a little bit, looked a bit sloppy. I think in transition, in possession, looked fine, but final third, the decisiveness from him kind of showed me a lot of Raphinha vibes from last year. So don't think he was the best there, but I think he still had a very, very good game. And again, the progressive passes, the hold, and the composure in the midfield was still fantastic from him, as it usually is. Now, of course, the other pivot, the main 6 in this game, was, of course, Marc Casado, and he'll be getting an 8 out of 10 from me. This man is becoming an unsung hero in this team. I think, again, yet another. I think he was the second best player in that first half. Did everything right, winning balls back in the midfield, spraying and starting counterattacks as quickly as possible. That pass to Eric Garcia for the Lewandowski hat-trick basically creates that goal. A sublime pass to the entire midfield of Alaves. Second half comes in, he's getting bullied in that midfield, getting double teamed, getting wrestled, getting pushed to the ground. He gets up, he keeps on fighting, and again, the technique on the player is just fantastic. And I have to highlight his composure. His composure on the ball when being pressed in this Barcelona midfield, as you know, a 20-year-old, is just sublime. And we have a player in our hands, and it's going to be very hard for Frankie de Jong, Christensen, and even Gavi to bench him when he comes back, when they all kind of come back, fully fit. Absolutely sensational performance from Casado, again, in my humble opinion. Next up is the number 10, of course. It was Raphinha. I'm giving Raphinha 8 out of 10. Firstly, we have to highlight the fact that Raphinha played 3 different positions tonight. Played in the 10, played off the left, played off the right. He played across that whole entire line. Was sublime. That first 40 minutes, I thought I was watching Ronaldinho, man. I'm not making the comparison. Of course, Ronaldinho is clear of Raphinha, but that 40-minute spell, he was dancing, he was moving, his crossing in this match, fucking hell, was sensational. I think he had like at least 100% cross actually this game. Did not see him misplace one cross. That movement and speed for the Lewandowski second goal, the brace, was sublime. In the second half, he was just an absolute pure workhorse, holding onto the ball so well. Again, was a bit wasteful in the final third a lot in that, last 20 minutes. The whole team was, so I mean, I'm not going to hone in on him too much, but my God, man, he's just been unreal this season. Just pray to God he goes out with Brazil and doesn't, play too much, because we kind of need him when he comes back. But again, from Raphinha, Joga Bonito, he was astonishing in, again, my opinion. Now, let's get into the front line. First, on the left-hand side, let's get this over with very, very quickly. Ferran Torres, give him a 6, played about 5 minutes. I don't even think he touched the ball, but speedy recovery for him. He'll be out for about 3 weeks, so he'll be back probably the week after Clásico, I would say. Maybe he'll be on the bench in the squad list for the Espanyol game, but pull his hamstrings, he'll be out for about 3 to 4 weeks. Speedy recovery to him. Right winger, of course, was Lamine Yamal. I'm going to give Lamine Yamal a 7 out of 10. I don't think he played poorly. The issue with Lamine Yamal in this game is that he wasn't used. Everything went down the Raphinha side. Raphinha and Pedri were just carrying this team at transition-wise, and they were just doing everything down that left-hand side. Lamine Yamal had a quiet game. He had a good 10 minutes. First 10 minutes, he was dancing, ball roll, nutmeg, the Lamine Yamal that we've seen already over the past year. But post 15 minutes, very, very quiet game. Don't think he played poorly. That's why I give him a 7, because when he's been on the ball, he was all right. My one criticism of him in this game is that, again, the, how do I describe it? The being effective as a winger is so important. He runs down the line, he'll beat 2 men. I'm like, all right, pass it. You got Raphinha for the cutback. You got Pedri behind you. He always goes the extra mile. He needs to start realizing that he can't dance through the whole entire defensive La Liga week in, week out. Maybe he can have one moment, we'll wank and glaze you afterwards, but he can't be doing it consistently. I hate how he runs past 3 or 4 men. I'm like, all right, spray it. You're beating everyone behind you. It's not like a 4v2. Get it moving. He'll take it on his own. Also, when he missed that 1v1, that showed me a lot. I think he's lacking, not confidence, but lacking self-awareness. He saw him, of course, get subbed off. He looked visually disappointed. I don't know if he's disappointed because he got subbed off or for his performance. I'm hoping it's for his performance, because he should have been much better in the game for his standard, but I still think he played a good game, so I will be giving him a 7 out of 10. And finally, Mr. Pachichi, Robert Lewandowski, 9 out of 10. My man of the match as well. Got a hat-trick. I mean, you could say a hat-trick is, his job. I would say it's his job to score a goal. Getting a hat-trick, of course, is a rarity in football nowadays. You see maybe, like, what? Couple hat-tricks a season from certain clubs, certain players. You might get a little Las Palmas striker get a hat-trick here and there, but, like, hat-tricks nowadays are so rare. Messi and Ronaldo kind of made it like a normality, but you have to recognize when a player gets a hat-trick, it's, unbelievable. His finishing in this game was phenomenal. Should have scored at least 2 other goals, in my opinion. Missed another chance at the end of the first half. Missed one as well in, like, the 80th minute of the game, but you can't knock him for not getting a hat-trick. So, Pichichi loading for him. Fantastic performance from him as well. Hold-up play was fantastic. I have to give highlight that as well for Lua. Again, he's been phenomenal this season, as we, of course, highlighted. Now, for the substitution, let's talk about Eric Garcia for a bit, because he didn't play, 85 minutes. I'm going to give Eric Garcia 7 out of 10. I thought he had a really, really good game. Played center back for the last 10 minutes as well. They got the assist for the Lewandowski hat-trick as well, but I think he was very, very sturdy in that midfield. Again, coming off the bench, no time to warm up whatsoever. He just got his shirt on and came back in. Looked very, very sharp. Exactly what I said about Hector Fort. I want to highlight this with Eric Garcia. Again, people might hate Eric Garcia. He's not that great. I understand that. Maybe he's not at the level of Barcelona to start week in, week out, but he's still a high-level footballer, and you can see that when he's not in the team. He wasn't in the squad midweek due to that suspension, of course, in the Champions League. Comes in on not more short notice than he was. Came in and put in a shift, so credit where it's due for him. The rest of the stuff didn't really have much of an impact. They came in 66th minute, Ansu and Kounde, and then like 8th minute for Frankie and Gerard Martin. Ansu looked really lively, looked really good, should have scored, had 2 really, really good chances. Kounde came in, showed that the defense didn't look the greatest going forward, but whatever. Frankie, I don't even know if he touched the ball. I think he had one good run, one pass out wide to Ansu, that was it. Gerard Martin had one terrible foul, that was it. My God, the sight of him is now making me want to throw up in my mouth. And when you're at that point as a Barcelona player, it ain't looking well for you, bruv, in the future. But subs came in, again, freshness, awareness, you love to see it. Again, I have to highlight the Eric Garcia substitution as well. But overall, all the subs came in, had a strong impact in the game, in my opinion. And last but not the least is, of course, the manager, Hansi Flick, who tonight for me gets a 9 out of 10. 3 points, clean sheet, 3 goals, good performance. There's really not much to take away from Hansi Flick. I think the only criticism I do have of him is bringing on Gerard Martin, if I'm being honest. Love how you didn't make too much rotation in the starting lineup. Don't mind him picking Fort over Kounde. Thought it was a good change. Substitutions were very, very good. I do want to highlight 2 things with his substitutions. Firstly, Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia came in, played well, no problem with him. I think it would have been much more effective to bring in either Pau Victor or Ansu on the left and kept the same system. We saw when Pedri dropped more advanced, didn't really look that great. Didn't look like the Pedri that we know that can control games, can have an influence on the game. If you have brought in Ansu or Pau Victor, I think we could have scored more goals in that first half when we were dominating. I think we would have looked much more fluid, much more strong in transition. But he went with a bit more conservative approach, and I understand why he did that. Again, it worked out well in the end. I'm not knocking it, but would have much rather preferred to see a natural left forward come in for Ferran Torres. Love how he brought on Frankie for Inigo to drop Eric Garcia back. Because again, I didn't want to see Casado getting hooked after his great performance, or Pedri as well. Love that, initiative. Apart from that, there's really no criticism. I mean, the hotline today was, very, very effective. The way we played, the way we held the transition points as well. There's really not much to knock him for. Again, a couple more. If we won this game like 5-0 and he didn't bring on Gerard Martin, I probably would have given him a 10 out of 10 if I'm being honest. So just a few things away from that perfect score mark. But again, nothing to take away from him. He's been absolutely sensational since coming in July. And tonight for me, he gets a 9 out of 10. So that was a match review for Deportivo Alaves versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, in the comments down below as well, let me know your thoughts on everything that we did discuss. But the main thing I want to first, of course, is your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings, and your manager rating as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.
Yeah.